And welcome to Pokemon Go Podcast, where I'm supposed to say something like, "Roar, Eevee, throw him in the fire, roar!" But that's not my style. That's not how I tend to roll. I'm the rock out of podcasting, Charles McFall. New studio. I'm a little unbalanced. It's okay. We've got Joe _Art still maintaining all the anchorage that he can. I don't know. Anchorage is what I thought of to unbalanced. I don't know, Joe. So I'm if you're watching live, definitely in a whole different thing. I can hear the ring coming off the walls. It is what it is tonight. That'll be the last thing I say about it. But I am in the midst of moving my studio and moving houses. And then the houses are going to take a couple months. The studio happened mostly today. Then we've got some cleanup to do and get some things organized and then get my lights and everything finished set up in here. But that is not what we call to talk about. We call to talk about Pokemon. And, we got something new that we may or may not tell you about at the end of the show. We talked about it on the patron only recording before the show. So if you're a patron and you're not listening to your special Patreon feed, why not? Because we made it for you and we do fun stuff for you. So there's some new info there on that recording. But Joe, how's your week been? And first, I'm sorry, I know I said Joe, but whatever. Coach Kev, huge thanks to Coach Kev for being on last week. I was shooting a TV show that became an interesting ordeal.
I haven't really talked to you about how that went.
Yeah. We didn't get to talk before the show because you asked about my new studio, and I told the whole long dramatic story of moving and how that goes. So yeah, so there's a story that maybe we'll tell after the show of depending on how things go tonight of that. But yes, I was doing something fun that I can give more details about later on, but that became a very late night ordeal. Then I left the state early Friday morning. I think I had like 2 hours of sleep. But Coach Kev, you did great. I got to listen to some of it live. I appreciate you stepping in and being awesome. And everybody go check him out. Twitch.tv/Coach Kev 413.
He's actually doing a giveaway tonight.
Oh yeah? What's he doing?
So we'll talk more in detail about it later. But Niantic has made it so that you can gift people tickets, and he's going to be gifting people tickets live on air tonight.
Nice. I have not bought my ticket yet. I need to. I'm planning on it. I'm going to possibly get one for my youngest son. He's been kind of getting into it later. So I have to see what he's up to.
I mean, you can't get one from your daughter. She's a mystic trader. We established that years ago.
Right. Definitely. I was trying to decide. So I'm going to put this out there. This is a little bit for the show here. So part of my experience of the week before I pull up Discord and look at that is that my son got into this local gaming club basically through the rec department, and they were doing a bunch of Minecraft and different things, but for whatever reason, another WF professor here is not Pokemon's never going to get Charles after dark. I don't think Joe's head could handle that from the chat. But for whatever reason, this gaming club ended up doing a Pokemon Go day. And it wasn't a community day or anything special. They just decided that they're going to have their kids come out who wanted to come out and play Pokemon at the park. And he kind of got into it a little bit. So yesterday, he got his tablet, which is an Amazon Fire, and you can only sign in through the Trainers Club. As far as I can tell, I did everything I could to set him up with the Trainers Club. It looks like it's all managed. It looks like it's good underneath me. I can see him there. But every time after he got set up, every time we try to go log into the game on his tablet, it says that his password and his username, one or two are wrong, or it just can't connect or something. So if anybody knows, if you've had to use a Amazon Fire tablet, it's not locked. It's actually, no, it's not a Fire. It's not a Fire. It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab A is what it is. They had the Fire tablets that had the kid locked down on them, but they kind of outgrew that. So they had the Galaxy Tab A, 8A, something like that. It's the cheaper one, right? So if you use that with your kids, because it needs to be kids, right? It needs to be that Trainers Club where you have to manage it. Let me know how it worked for you, because we're having some issues getting him set up the way I'd like to have him set up. So All right, let's
I know
go.
the trainer club accounts were having some serious issues when Pokemon Go first launched, but
Yeah,
since then they've made significant strides on making it better. So,
yeah.
because
And
my
there's a one called Niantic Kids that I'm unfamiliar with that I might sign him up through that instead if it doesn't work through the Trainers Club. I don't know. Because I have a Wi-Fi puck that I typically keep with me in my car that he can play with his tablet off of. But here's another story. Tonight's going to be these Charles stories. Okay, I've been going for 2 weeks. But Joe, I tell you, man, my 7-Eleven radar doesn't always go off. So we're in Rhode Island, and of course, I did search around the area. I found a couple. Did really fun stuff with them, like get Slurpees and have fun with that. But on Sunday, we didn't really have anything planned. We weren't leaving until Monday. Rhode Island's a very tiny state, if you were unaware of that. So Aaron and I decided to drive up to Boston because it's about an hour away. Let's go see Boston. And we went to Fenway Square. And I know it's very touristy, but we're tourists. We're having fun looking at unless I know somebody who lives in Boston to show me around, what else am I supposed to do? Phil, I could be a tourist, Phil. So I messaged Phil that I was in Boston and that on Monday I'd be in Baltimore. We had a big layover scheduled in Baltimore that maybe if you wanted to come up, we could get lunch or something. I didn't know, whatever. No, I did not see where Kruggles grew up. WF Professor. All I saw was Fennel Square. That's it. So I did take a picture from the square, texted it to Mike Ellison, and said, it didn't say anything about it. It said, guess where I am? And of course, he recognized it immediately. He's, oh man, okay, you got to go. Go out the north entrance, then go 2 blocks up, 3 blocks over. You'll find the best cannoli place in the world. It's very cool and it's very nifty. I messaged Phil and was talking about being in Boston and Baltimore, or whatever. And he called me up because he had some time. And he's like, "Hey man, I don't think I can meet you in Baltimore. This and that and the other." He goes, where are you? And I said, we're at Fennel Square. He goes, of course you are. You're Fennel Halls. It was pretty cool, Professor. He goes, of course you are. You're a tourist. Da-da-da-da-da. You might as well go eat at Cheers. I didn't hesitate, Joe. I didn't skip a beat. Instantly, I touched my wife. Was like, babe, Phil says we can go eat at Cheers. He's like, you stupid tourist. And then later, Joe, we find a Cheers sign with the hand and everything. I took a picture, texted Aaron's like, oh, you got to text him. Hey, is this the right place, Phil? We don't know. We're tourists. And so I texted him that too. And he's like, the fact that you get off of my rage just irritates me. So all that being said, we go to leave Fenway Square and we parked at the State Street building, and it's a beautiful building. It really is, and it's really great parking, easy to access. Had a charger station, so I got to charge my car up. I'd love electric cars. I like to be able to drive one. It's very cool. I can't afford them yet, not the full electrics. I need them to go like 300 miles to the charge like this one does. Anyway, I see this. We're marveling at the oldness of the city, right? Because Atlanta got burned to the ground. So while it's old, it's new. It's all new construction, basically, comparatively to everything else in the colonies. And it's interesting to see in Rhode Island and Boston, we have small architecture from the old days, and then you got these skyscrapers and stuff. And I saw this church, I'm sure it's a historic church on State Street, and I took a picture of it. While I took a picture, my wife was just looking around. It's like, hey, did you see that sign? And I turn around and I see Brooks Brothers. I'm like, well, baby, you want to take me for a suit? It ain't going to be cheap because that is going to walk out there looking good. She goes, no, dummy, the other side. And it's a golden 7 on this super fancy sign behind Brooks Brothers. I'd walked out next to a 7-Eleven, had no idea, man. So
how
I love
dare you?
I know. That's the last. I don't think I posted it. We'll go through the Discord ones, and of course, I'll ask you your experience. But I have one other experience from being up in Rhode Island for Pokemon Go. But Devocite says some days just pay off, and he got a hundo beware, but 0 attack. Well, not 0. Yeah, 0 attack IV.
Hold on.
Wait, he says beware 100.
You clearly didn't go far enough back.
Oh, it did. It reset. I did earlier. Terry is where you're starting with doing my part, right?
Nope.
You didn't read all of these from the 12th when you actually recorded the show?
Some came in right after the show.
Okay. Well,
specifically kittens and high fives.
You got
Those are
first
some
edition.
super nice cards. So that's a
Okay.
first edition Dark Flareon from a Team Rocket pack. That's old school.
Wow.
Yeah, that's worth a chunk of change. I mean, it's not it doesn't look to be hollow, but still, that's a nice card. And then it's got another couple of older cards, the Black Star Promo Eevee, as well as the Jungle Jolteon. Now, the Jolteon definitely has some wear and tear on it, but it's still a pretty nice card to have. And then got a couple of newer cards there, the Flareon EX and the Umbreon GX. Nice stuff. Nice stuff indeed. The only problem is none of them have flower crowns.
That's not a problem. Rawr, Joe. Goldine. Is this
That's shiny.
is that shiny? It's so hard to tell. Oh, wait. I got it. Hold on. I'm too shiny. All right. So very nice. Now Terry. Catch 600,000 water types. He caught 501 at the time of that posting.
And then 24 hours into the event,
he caught 5,558,332,438 single-handedly. Or what he caught.
Or 800 almost.
Almost 800. Kids and Knives got a Lapras with the scarf or the bow tie. I can't remember which one you call it.
The official announcement calls it a scarf, but it's a bow tie.
But I'm with you. That's a bow tie.
It's a hundo bow tie.
Yeah. Very nice. And then Kids and Knives got a shiny Ditto.
I like that.
And then, of course, I did post my 7-Eleven find, the first one I found in Rhode Island. And there it is. So there's the golden 7 that I missed. Yeah. And my stupid excited face about it.
You do realize Thunder Muffin's going to be very disappointed that you didn't spot that. Your wife spotted it first.
And I should have, because it's very. I'm too shiny. It's just glowing.
It was a shiny 7-Eleven.
I know, right? Man, I would have been mad. Because when we left the parking deck, the way it took us back out, we drove past it again. So I was like, I'd have been so mad that I missed that. And of course, I showed off my 7-Eleven Slurpee in the electric vehicle. And then Civilian says that was nice. They live in a different state as well and don't have 7-Elevens. Now we're to Devocite. Now he labeled this Beware 100, but that's definitely not a hundo because it's it's a 0 attack.
Let me just zoom in right there on that pink 100% right there. So what he's saying,
it's a hundo for that league.
It has perfect IVs.
Okay,
for Great League. Gotcha. Coach Kev says a PvP 100. So
all right. So I didn't realize there's a new subcategory now. Gotcha.
Well, it's been a subcategory for a while. You and I just don't PvP.
I mean, yeah, there's that. My wife would Devocite got Style Savant. Posty won Kenobi, got Traveler. Kittens and Knives got Mio Go to Summary. And I mean, those are names I recognize. I've been invited
there
to
are a few names we recognize right there. A lot of good people.
Yeah, a lot of great people. And who's this? Devocite got Tempoli. Who's
Tempoli? That is a shiny Tempoli.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So this one with the sticker, it's like this sticker has always had an unsavory vibe. It does. To me, it screams leisure. I can't say it. Leisure Suit Larry. I don't know who Fred Garvin is, but I get it. It's very. Hey, you want to save money by switching to Geico? Then Civilian is trying to do some short clips for us. And he's working on that. So that was very cool.
Yeah, where are those short clips popping up?
Maybe if you're a patron, you might see them. Okay. So we made a TikTok channel today, and everybody send us your TikTok handles, post them on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, and we'll follow you back. Tag us at Pokemon Go Pod on Twitch, not on Twitch, on Twitter, Facebook. You can tag us individually on Facebook. The page is no longer accessible on Facebook, and we just don't care to fight Facebook anymore on that.
Yeah, we
But yeah,
gave
let
up
us
on
know.
Facebook.
Yeah, if you're a patron and you're in our Discord, tag us with, or if you're just in our Discord somehow anyway, tag us with your TikTok handle. We will follow you for sure. But yeah, the first clip went up on TikTok about 30 minutes ago, and we're gonna dial in how it looks and everything. But it's great. Thanks to Civilian for knocking that out. And Caden Live is what he's using. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that one.
I
Actually, I had a
hadn't either.
talk with him the other
I'm
day.
gonna take a look at it because I want to learn more about video editing. So maybe I'll give that a try. Because I was asking in the DragonCon digital media track Discord, I was asking what people use for video editing, and I hadn't heard that one in there.
Yeah,
So
I use Camtasia, but you have to pay for that. Um,
mm.
I really like it, so I end up paying for it. King of the Shinies, Nolte got, was that 3, 6, 9, 12, 18,
Hi guys, I brought this
21, 2, 3,
eyeshadow
23,
palette from TikTok Shop.
23 shinies in the last week.
Yes, a bajillion shinies.
All the shinies.
All
2,
the shinies.
3, 4
So there's
Lapras.
yeah. So there's 14 there, and then there's the hundos. So 19.
Nah, nice. So, my wife saw me get upset at having to capture a air bubble Pikachu, the balloon Pikachu, whatever. And yeah, she's like, "Oh, you don't want to catch it?" And I had to tell her the whole story about, no, it's dumb. They keep adding dumb stuff to the game.
He wants to throw darts at it.
I do. BB gun. Give me a Red Rider BB gun. Let me pop those balloons. So I only caught the one I needed. So I didn't post it because I saved it. Joe, wild, because I was close enough to the line in Rhode Island. I got my own Bouffalante.
Bouffalante.
I did. I caught my own Bouffalante, and it made me happy.
Well, there you go. Well, I'll probably be able to get a Bouffalante here in about 3 weeks or so, because I'm gonna be taking a trip up to Pennsylvania.
I gotcha. I was gonna say I am saving my soul Bouffalante for Kittens and Knives, because screw you, Joe. You can go up to Pennsylvania. It's a Mono game, but yeah, that made me excited. I know last week you didn't have a question for the discussion. What should we discuss? You know what? Here's my question of the week. What's your TikTok handle so we can follow you?
There you
That's what I like. And then, we can come back and we can talk about next week, just briefly, different channels we followed and what we saw and what we liked on TikTok. And I've already followed Pokemon Go, the official channel. Pokemon Go official, Pokemon official. So I've already followed those for us going on there. All right. You got Joe. I almost forgot. What was your experiences this week?
So my experiences of this week have been a little spotty. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I've been putting in a lot of overtime, even though I don't get paid overtime at work. So that's one of the.
Do they balance it with extra time off at a future time?
Nope.
No, it's just because you're salaried.
We're salaried.
Sometimes you have to do it.
Yep. So I've been putting in a fair bit of extra work trying to get stuff situated, because a guy that used to work on our team quit a little bit ago, and he was working on a project and he did not have the code at a stable point, and so not only am I coming in after someone who does not comment their code, I don't. For all those programmers out there, they'll know what I'm talking about. But he didn't put any comments in his code to tell me what his thought process was on why he was coding the way he was coding. But he also, I had to figure out what stuff was actually working and what stuff wasn't, because it wasn't stable. So half of the code that he had left me was not functioning properly. So yeah. It's been fun. It's been fun. Civilian on base. That is just a bad programmer. Yeah,
I
I mean,
did he leave angrily? Like, was he terminated viciously, and now you're having to fix all the code?
he wasn't terminated. He left our job. There's been a lot of office politics that have been driving people away from our company. So yeah, we actually have a ton of open positions, and to be completely blunt, my team hasn't had a manager for about 3 months. So yeah, fun times. We
Why
don't
aren't you the manager?
we don't actually even care that we don't have a manager, other than when we need something approved, we have to go up the chain to our director. And well, they're not always approving stuff in a timely manner. So
Yeah, no, I get that.
So
All right.
what I caught, and I wish I didn't use a master ball on it, I caught overtime.
And you didn't get paid for it. So it's like getting a shining wormhole. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, Joe. Cool. So we're going to talk about TikTok next week, and then we'll come up with some better discussion questions. And that's something that we can do. Oh, also, before I go to break, if you're live on the podcast, or not live on the podcast, rather, if you're listening to the podcast, feel free to message us with your favorite bits. Now, that might be a little difficult, especially if you're like me, you listen in the car. I just want to include you as well. You go, oh man, that was such a great thing that you guys said something funny, whatever. You made me spit ditto milk out my nose when you said that joke, whatever.
It's moo moo milk.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about moo moo milk.
Moo moo milk is an actual card. It's a.
I'm sure it is. I just but yeah. So anyway, I'm losing my train of thought because I'm ready to just run with this show. If you want to, we're cutting clips. So on the podcast, if you want to know roughly what time in the podcast you heard what you liked, just message us that, and we'll see about pulling it for TikTok and Twitter and whatnot. But also, if you're live on Twitch watching and you hovered over it, you can hover over the screen with your mouse. And I'm sure on the phone, there's a way to do it as well. There's a little clapboard there symbol, and you clip it, or you hit Alt X on a PC. I'm not sure about a Mac. And then you can cut a clip, and that we can download those as well and start sharing those. So we'd love to see what makes you happy in the show, what entertains you the most, and share that with the world. So we will, if you clip it on TikTok I keep saying too many T's. There's Twitter, there's Twitch, there's TikTok. Can we please get something better than Facebook that starts with a face? Because that's easy to say and keep straight.
If you're happy and you know it, make a clip.
And on that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. I don't think I fixed this.
Go away, Pikachu's jukebox.
Yeah, it sounds like he just says, go away. Get out of here.
All right, I'm gonna mute my stuff real quick and try to get our TikTok link. Give me just a moment. Boom.
People with the right things. I've never gone viral, so that's not really a thing that I aspire to.
You live your life
that
viral.
would hate it. Yeah, I do. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean, Joe, but sure.
You take it however you want to take it.
Fair enough.
We're not muted anymore. I got the link.
All right, we got the link. He put it up there. Let's put a marker. I did pick music, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right. Marker, and here we come.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land.
Listen. Hear that voice?
Each Pokemon, I want to say.
You hear that voice in the background?
Yeah.
So that is the version by Jonathan. I can I always forget his last name, but I went to YouTube. I looked up, Pokemon theme or metal Pokemon, those kind of things for music, metal music Pokemon. And Jonathan, who did the other favorites that we have, Viridian City, and there's another one we play on here coming back from the break. He did that version, but that high pitched voice you hear is the original singer of the theme song, the Pokemon. Or whatever. Maybe he's just getting I froze. Anyway, it's the official lead singer for the original Pokemon song. He has him in the video. Like he does a whole next verse with Jonathan. It's really cool to look at and listen to. So there you go. That's not just yet another cover of the Pokemon song. That is a reinterpretation along with the original artist. So I always find that kind of stuff cool.
Awesome sauce.
Take me to church.
Brothers and sisters, for some headlines. Turn in your Poke Bible to chapter Go Fest 2022 t-shirts, and verse will be available. This did not work out, Joe. It did not go where I was hoping it would go. All right. We're just headlines
If
now.
you buy this, the money will go into Niantic's collection dish.
It's a collection plate for Niantic. Speaking of collections, you want to go to patreon.com/Pokemon Go podcast and support us. We would love it. Pokemon Go Fest. And thanks, Joe, for calling out the 2 new patrons we got last week. That was awesome. I did try to message them directly through Patreon. I'm not sure if I messaged everybody directly, but we do appreciate you joining us. All right. Pokemon Go Fest 2022 t-shirts will be available to trainers via Niantic Supply. And I'm assuming because I don't think they ever gave us free shirts anyway, not for $15 a ticket. So I'm assuming we'd have to buy these. Mm-hmm. It's very similar to every other Go Fest shirt. Just, they got the flowers on it this time. It's kind of cool. I don't hate it, but I don't think I'm going to buy it. What about you?
Yeah, probably not. I'm looking at Niantic Supply right now, and I'm just going to say Niantic's high on their own supply. Because some of this stuff, I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? So they've got a Yeti beanie. I'm like,
okay. Having fun Yeti hoodie.
I don't get it. And I guess that the top is just, and then there's shop Ingress.
Maybe Niantic internally has a Yeti or something else they do has a Yeti with them because their Yeti on the beanie's wearing a Niantic t-shirt. The Explorer jacket has a Niantic Wayfarer logo on it.
Yeah, and then they've got some Ingress specific stuff, but this Go Fest shirt is the only Pokemon thing I see on this entire website.
Okay, I am very curious as to why somebody would want a Toast plush from Ingress. I'd love to know the story of where Toast came in for that game.
I don't know. I liked previous year's shirts better. This one, I don't care for it. I just don't.
Yeah, it's not my style. I'll be wrong. I'll change that. It's kind of my style. I like the plain black with the simple logo. I do enjoy that. The patch on the back is fine, but nothing about it speaks to me. And it's okay. Get it while supplies last. Do you, boo? Have fun with that.
Ooh, the WF Professor subscribing here on Twitch for 2 months. Yeah, man, that was.
There you go. I've just given you. Oh wait, we can mix them together. Hold on. I got you.
Take me to church.
My brothers and sisters, for your donation of 1 Prime subscription on twitch.tv/Pokemon Go podcast, I give you the blessings of shiny for 1 week. Put your hands to the camera and wait for your shiny blessing.
I'm too shiny.
I was waiting.
There you go.
I was waiting for the be shiny.
Yeah, be shiny, my brother. I got it. We can work with this. So that means somebody's going to have to subscribe or patronize us once a week, and we can have that segment. So you mentioned to me right before the show, Joe, that I just saw the message pop up that we can gift Pokemon Go Fest tickets to people now.
So it's not GoFest specifically. It's event tickets, I think, in general. Because if I'm not mistaken, Coach Kev later tonight is going to be gifting specifically the Rocky Road research for Community Day. And let's see. So it says one of the best ways to explore the world around you is with your friends and family. And so it says you can more tickets, including tickets to the global Pokemon Go Fest event, will be available for gifting soon. So you can't currently gift the Go Fest stuff, but you can gift. You can currently gift the special research for Community Days.
Community Day, yeah. Coach Kev is sitting here, which you can find at twitch.tv/Coach Kev 413. He'll be giving those away, which is really cool of him. That's really nifty that he's going to do that. And I imagine they're going to, because they want money, right? And they're going to ramp it up to. I did a couple years ago. I bought the Go Fest. I think it's for when COVID first started. I got a Dew Spider too. I got a Dew Spider this week. Woo! They're crazy looking, weird, but I got one. But yeah, Nicole, Mayor Squish, the first, I think when COVID first shut down everything, I gifted her a ticket, but I had to go through, hey, what's your PayPal conversion rate? What's it actually going to cost you? And send it. Hey, Devocite, subscribe with. Okay, gotta give it. I gotta do it. The blessings of shiny be upon you. Got you, brother. We got you. Man, we're almost running a hype train. Where's I lost it. He out in California. A friend out in California. I can tell.
I'm trying to think of who lives in California. We got a bunch of friends in California, so I don't.
He comes out most every week, and he's been subscribing for like 2 years. Anyway, we just need him to show up in 28 seconds. We'll get a hype train. So I never had a hype train, but it's okay. That's what do we call to talk about? What are we doing?
Are you talking about Dooley? Is that who you were talking about?
Duly noted. Okay. We're talking about gifting tickets. Is what we're talking about. And honestly, I had to help her out. Not had to, I wanted to, but we had to go through PayPal essentially. And I gave her enough money to cover the conversion rate and everything of her PayPal. So I like that you can do this. And I know for right now, you can't really do it with anything but Rocky Road. But they want their money. They're going to test this out and then they're going to expand it, I would imagine. Now, will they expand it before Go Fest? Probably not. But have you bought your tickets to Go Fest, Joe?
Yes.
Can you buy more than one? Like before, when we were doing the real world thing, we could buy up to four. So I made sure I got mine because I won the lottery that year. Not the lottery, but the Niantic lottery first before me, you, Barry, or Ibbot did. So I was the first of our group. So I was able to get me and you tickets, and I think got Barry 2 tickets. Is that a thing for this now, or can you only buy your own ticket?
In the announcement, it says that will be coming in the future, but currently no. So I've got it pulled up here. So if you go to the shop and you click a Rocky Road, there's a button there that says gift for us in the United States. It's 99 cents. I mean, plus tax, but yeah. And then you select your friend, and you have to be at least great friends. And then I did want to warn people, there have been reports that so it says here they cannot already own the ticket that you're trying to send. Well, apparently there's an error where if they have the ticket and you try to purchase one for them, you get no warning until after you've paid. And apparently you purchase it.
And it's $1. Yes, I can get why you'd be angry. I'd be frustrated as well. Ultimately, it's $1. But it would make me go, I probably won't do it again, especially with the wording on this error. It says, unfortunately, your gift could not be sent at this time. It appears that the intended recipient obtained this item before your purchase could be completed, which makes it sound like they were buying the ticket at the same time. I don't think that's such a common occurrence that this error would pop up that much. You know what I'm saying? This warning. right? There should be a. What do you think, Joe? I just don't think that many people are buying the $1 extra research tickets at the same time that Coach Kev is trying to gift somebody a ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Perhaps not, but it also seems like I don't know. It seems dumb that they say please contact the App Store for a refund as well, because it's like, can Niantic not issue a refund? I don't know how all that works, so maybe they can't.
Well,
but-
Apple on our iPhones, we go right to Apple and say I want a refund, and then they'll make sure that in game that ticket gets taken away and you get your dollar back. So you have a few days. Apple builds in a few days for you to return the digital products that you buy typically.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to buy it for someone, you might want to coordinate with them. Just saying. So, but yeah.
Well, we are coming to the end of an event, and it was cool. It was definitely cool. It was all the tapus. We went and got the tapus during the Alola event, and we're coming up to the Alola finale. By the way, I've been invited to a number of who's the purple one? Is it Feeny? Tapu
Yes,
Fini?
Tapu Fini.
As in the final? Yeah, I got it. Okay, Finn.
It's the Feeny countdown.
Didn't see that one. I did not see that one coming. Here's my problem. I've actually rated 3, maybe 4 times. Yesterday's raid hour, I kept getting Paul Puck hitting me up, and Thunder Muffin, and a few other different people. And I'm sorry if I didn't get your name out, but I had great invites. I'm like, oh, it's raid hour, and I got into 3 or 4 of them just last night. Could not catch this Tapu to save my life. I hit it. I usually earn at least 10 of the whatever the white ones are, the white Pokeballs, and I'd hit out of 10 or more, and out of 10 or more, I'd always hit 80% or higher, and they would always be, for the most part, they'd be good or excellent throws. Could not capture this Tapu to save my life, man. It has been tough. We've got a couple more Tuesdays coming up of raid hours. Not raid hours. Raid hours. Yes, said it right. But the season is starting to end as of yesterday, May 25th. I thought today was the 27th. Holy crap. It's the 19th, Joe. You didn't even say anything.
Yep.
You're just sitting here letting me time travel all over the place.
I was just going to see how far you were going to go.
All right. So next week, right before the show records, is going to start the finale.
Speaking of next week, I'm going to be at the beach.
Oh, we're going to do the Pokemon shuffle, if you will, into our Discord. Or Pokemon Patreon Discord disaster is what we're going to call the show. And so I'll go to Discord and we'll do the open mic room, and everybody's welcome to jump in and hang out with me. I've got to get everything lined up on that. I will go ahead and say I don't think I have anything conflicting, but I did get hit up for another TV show today and responded back. Typically, if I get the show, they respond back within a couple of hours. I haven't heard anything back. I don't think I got it. If I did, it's a really awesome one that everybody's going to love. And it's a stand-in project versus actually just being on the show, which is a better paying gig and can get you more doors opened up to do things. So, but right now, my Thursday is open. So that's what I'm planning on doing is the Discord disaster potluck. We'll do that. So starting next week while Joe's at the beach, the finale of the Alolan season will start. And what's going on with it? What special things should be looking for?
Well, you should be looking for Charles starring as Beta Ray Bill in the Marvel universe.
I will take that all day, Joe. All day, man. I'll take Throg. I'll take Throg even.
Yeah, so like you said, it's the end of season. There's going to be an end of season special research that they're going to be giving to us on June 1st. And so as part of that, it is going to be called Alola to Alola, Melee Island Path. And as part of that, It says that the tasks will focus on social challenges like sending gifts and taking snapshots. And some of the rewards that you can get are Poffins, a lure module, lucky eggs, and a Alolan Raichu, and a pom pom style Oricorio hat avatar. Actually, there's the Oricorio, they have one for each of the different styles. So the pom pom style, the Paus style, the Bale style, and the Sensu style. And so they're kind of doing the different paths. And do we choose?
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Splatoon Noob, who's a first-time chatter, also subscribed.
Woo, woo.
Thank you. I was just answering them back, and we'll ask this question here live, but I was typing back the answer to them. But go ahead, Joe. Finish up the wrap up there for the Alolan season.
Yeah, and so it seems like trainers who obtain the end of season special research story by completing the 4 individual ones will be able to purchase a ticket for additional rewards. And so I won. Where's the ticket? What's in the ticket? So is this special research the ticket? Is the end of season special research Alola to Alola the ticket? It
Is that the Rocky Road?
And it's $5. And I don't. Is it really worth it? It probably is worth the $5, but do I actually want to spend it? Is what it's going to boil down to, I guess. So the first part, I listed off the rewards there. Then there's going to be an incense, 2 incubators, and a super incubator. And then the third part, you can get a couple.
All these separate tickets, or is one ticket cover all?
I think it's one ticket that covers all. They've left it kind of vague. It says it's a special research story.
So if one ticket covers all, that's why they're charging.
No, it lets you pick. You have to pick one of the islands, so you don't get all of this. You have to choose.
For $5, $5, you can possibly get a rocket radar, 3-star pieces, a premium battle pass, an encounter with a Alolan executor that could be shiny, and a Sensu style Oricorio hat avatar item. Man, that doesn't seem like for $5. If I was getting all 4 stories, I'm like, oh, that's definitely worth it. That's definitely worth it.
Yeah,
but to pick so one of them, the Ula's Island Path, a Glacier Lure, Magnetic Lure, 4 Incense, encounter with Alolan Vulpix, and I'm going to say it wrong, a Bailey style hat. Obviously, Joe, everybody's going to pick a Kala Island Path because it's got the incense incubators, a super incubator. Yeah, that's more attractive than anything else, I would say, wouldn't you?
It depends on the person, I suppose, because a lot of people really like that rocket radar. I mean, I don't think any of it's worth it personally. Devocite, a hat. I must get it.
Yeah, it's very, especially if it's single. I mean, I think I get why people like the avatar items. I get why they cost money, but maybe I'm not seeing something Niantic's seeing, but I just don't think avatar items are worth money for me. So you got to do other stuff. And again, if I were getting 4 hats with it, okay, cool. $5 gets me everything, the stories, all that jazz, gameplay time. But it is quite overpriced for 5 items, well, 5 categories. Because sometimes like incense comes with 4 incense and not 1 type of deal. There's a collection challenge coming up. Evolve Cubone into the Alolan Marowak.
Well, and
Shadowbone.
Splatoon Noob points out something as well. They won't even let us use Pokecoins to pay for it. So a lot of Niantic's moves lately have really, really, really seemed to try to nickel and dime the players. Like all of the in-person Go Fest, they have all of these additional add-ons that are, if you get them all, are as much, if not, I think it might be even more than your initial ticket. And I don't know, it just feels like Niantic's really trying to nickel and dime us a lot lately.
You know, well, you know how it goes. They do that and people push back, and then we'll see what happens. That's all we can do. Your raids have got some interesting shiny possibilities. Alolan Rattata, Geodude, Diglett, and Grimer. Then the standard Rockruff. 3-star Rays have got Alolan Raichu, Exeggutor, and Marowak. 5-star Rays have the Tapus, as you would expect. Eggs, the Dupiter, man, that was so weird, but I liked it. I don't think I have a Fomantis yet, but you can get in the 7K eggs. The commons is Alolan Rattata, the Dupiter, which I'm glad that's a common. Fomantis is a common, and a Rangaroo. Out of the somewhat uncommon, Alolan Meowth and Alolan Grimer, and out of the hard to gets is Sandshrew, Vulpix, Diglett, all Alolan, and then a Stuffle, possibly shinies across the board.
Yeah, I'll say it
overall, it's
again.
okay.
I don't think it's worth it. And
Yeah.
so the one thing that I'm like, and I don't know if this is even ticket holder exclusive, but having the Stuffle in the 7K in the 7K eggs as a rare one, I'm like, I personally, and I am curious to see if any of our listeners have found it, but have you found a Stuffle in the wild since the community day?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I know I came across one or two others, but I can't remember if they were in research that I completed or what. So I'll kind of pay attention to it. The answer is I don't know if I have or not.
I don't think I've seen a Stuffle in the wild. Devocite says they got one yesterday, and Splatoon Noob says that they found one in the wild as well.
Okay.
And the WSF professor says that they got a shiny one on Sunday. Okay, so they are in the wild. Though, yeah, I just don't see them that often. So I guess it's on me.
Now, coming down to the end announcement here with the avatar items. Again, in-game items that decorate your character, I don't think are worth money. Some people do. However, I do want to point out these mini backpacks. So it is a Rowlet, a Litten, and a Popplio backpack. I know people in the real world who would pay $80 a pop to get one of these. You know, just for Mother's Day, my wife discovered little backpacks on this site called Fun, and it's got a ton of Disney stuff. And I got her a Disney Villains Club one that's done apparently by some name brand, and it was $80. And we did it for her Mother's Day. She loves it. She carried it around Rhode Island last weekend. But people love these mini backpacks, and if you designed it in real life, like there's 3D aspects to it, where the Litten is popping out, the Rowlet's nose is popping out, but that Popplio, the ears are popping out, the whole face comes out. People would pay good money for these in real life. Where is that on supply.niantic.com or whatever that site was?
Oh, Niantic. Don't give them more ideas to nickel and dime people.
That would be real world stuff that people would want.
I bet they have to get approval from the Pokemon company to do some of this stuff.
Probably, and then they have to show a case study. They're not going to put in the work. They it's too much work.
To sell physical merch, I bet they need to get approval from
Amazon Prime is partnering with Pokemon Go.
They are, although I was trying right before the show started to log in, and the login doesn't appear to be working with the website that they linked. So
every 2 weeks you can claim bundles of bonus items, including Pokeballs, Max Revives, and more. So so every 2 weeks for an unknown amount of time. It doesn't have an end date here.
Yeah, until their partnership ends, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I tried to log in, and me and my wife, our Prime is under her account. So I double checked the credentials with my wife. I was putting in the correct credentials. It just wasn't going. So I don't know. Maybe it's just way too many people. It's getting inundated with requests, because this was announced today. Yeah. So this is brand new.
They had the one pack up for May, but they're announcing it. It looks like 3 for June, rather 3 for June and 2 for July. Now it's saying coming soon, but there's 3 spots for June and 2 for July. So you're right. Perhaps they are.
Yeah. The WF professor says they're having the same issues being able to log in. So the current bundle is 30 Pokecoins, or sorry, not Pokecoins, 30 Pokeballs, 30 Pokeballs, 5 Max Revives, and a star piece. So
Okay. I mean, free is free. You know, this is where they're not nickel and diming you. Free is free there. And I can't get it because I'm not Prime. Now you've got another one. Is this other headline give you more information on it?
interesting.
What?
Hold on. So on my phone I was having issues getting it, but I just went to the website on the computer, and it gave me a code to put in right here. And I'm gonna, while I sign in real quick, I just want to see if it's gonna work. So let's see. There it is. And we're gonna put in the code that it gave me and hit confirm before anybody else can put it in that's watching the stream right now. But yeah. We're doing some trial and error right here, live on air. It makes for a thrilling podcast. Boom, submit. It says that it's been successfully done.
Nice.
So
Coach Kev says first.
so theoretically, now that I'm back in the game, it should be popping up that there it is. Congratulations, you've successfully redeemed the offer. Boom. 30 Pokeballs, 5 Max Revives, and a star piece.
Nice.
Huh.
So, yeah, apparently you got around the issues with
the code can only be redeemed once, so even when people saw it, I redeemed it already. It's mine.
So, going even deeper, apparently Pokemon Go and Amazon Prime Gaming will collaborate with Prime Student to bring exclusive on-campus meetups to select universities in the U.S. during May Community Day, which is Saturday, May 21st. So that's in a few days of this recording here. If you're on the podcast, there's a good chance that it's either today, so we launched it on Saturday, or it's Sunday and you missed it. But you can go say hi, get some swag, those kind of things. Seattle University at Champion Hall Lobby. By the way, it starts at 11 a.m. It goes to 2 p.m. local time. University of California, Davis, UCLA, UC San Diego, and UC Santa Cruz all have places. So you got West Coast mostly. I mean, I know Seattle's not on the coast, but that's the only one that's not on the coast. UC Davis and all those have it. So interesting. That makes sense at Niantic in San Diego. So they're probably game testing something. You think? Play testing something? What's the word for it?
I don't know. Beta testing.
Sure. So, hey, Saturday, head out to your campuses and during Community Day and see what's going on there.
Yeah. And then did we ever answer
Splatoon
Noob's question?
I was saving it until we get to. We're almost done with the headlines, and we'll knock it out.
Okay.
New social features as well as updates for in-person raids and social features. So some of which were based on a separate Niantic app. Wonder what those could be. Have been tested over time and will be available in Pokemon Go sometime in the next few months. Our hope is that the features. I was talking here is me going.
Whoa. Splatoon Noob just gifted 5
Wow.
tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. And they found out about us today and just bam.
Tell me you saw us on TikTok today because we put up our first video on TikTok. That'd be hilarious. So thanks, Splatoon Noob. Absolutely.
And his gift subs, one went to you and one went to me.
Well, we still appreciate it.
That's funny.
Thank you very much. So Joe, the raid things, it's not it's just saying more stuff's coming. It's not really telling us what the new features are or how it'll improve in-person gaming over remote raids.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Niantic.
I see a big nasty in this one. Do you see the big nasty in this one?
Point it out.
4th paragraph down. As of this month,
Mega Energy and Rare Candy XL are available as rewards for completing local raid battles, making it easier to evolve and strengthen your Pokemon. You know what? I'm okay with that as long as.
Oh no! Keep reading.
Oh,
keep reading.
Also, starting on May 23rd, the shop's one Pokecoin event box will no longer include remote raid passes.
No more remote raid passes for a coin.
Yeah.
So a coin to your Witcher, but not if you're Niantic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, Niantic.
And they made it. They make it harder to find the daily free box now too. Have you noticed that in the newest?
Yeah, they
upgrades?
moved it
Yeah.
down. It used
Way
to be
down.
right up front and ready. And
Now that's a good marketing ploy. I'll give you. That's a good marketing ploy. Is you're going there for the free stuff. So let's put it a little bit more into the way so you can go, oh, wait, what's this? What's that? That I'm not so upset about. I guess I can't really be upset about. But
they increased the price. I just noticed this.
From free to free plus?
No, 3 remote raid passes used to be $250. They're $300 now. They are $300 now.
Well, it's a good thing we have the task force to really look into this and step up and shut this down.
Niantic.
Hey,
I don't know when that changed.
I will give you my friend code. Imagine Mr. J. I can help you with a Tapu Fini raid. I gotta find my friend code. I will type it into the chat. No, it's under me, isn't it? It's
bum bum bum.
I can't remember how to find my friend code, man.
You gotta go to your
add friend. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, I found it. That's Joe's there up on the screen. If you need the QR code. So yeah, we don't know what the new social features are, but they're going to make it harder to get remote raid passes. And then as I get this last headline started, I'll type in my friend code for you, and then I'll be more than happy to raid with you. Niantic sponsors Silph Road.
Real quick. We're going to go to that in just a sec. Devocite said it was $250 earlier today. So they literally changed the price today.
Let me go and see if it's how sometimes I'll do different prices in different areas. Let me go see if mine is out there. If mine has changed at all. Shop and go down to mine says 300 today. 300. You don't even get a deal for getting a package. They do not want us remote rating anymore. I mean, that's clear. That is clear. This is why I don't know when it says Niantic sponsors the Silph Road and they put an exclamation point. Yeah, everything Niantic has touched and put money into, they tend to take away the thing that made it good, right? So what's up with Niantic Road sponsor Silph Road?
Okay, so yeah. So the Silph Road has been doing amazing work since the get-go. And basically I don't know what the precipice was, what the catalyst was here, but basically they're saying, hey, we're gonna be sponsoring them specifically so that their website can stay ad-free.
But ads are okay.
Yeah, I don't really mind ads.
Well, I know a lot of people use ad blockers. I specifically don't, because that's part of how I help creators is I watch their ads that they get pennies off of. Anyway, let's focus on this article here.
Yeah, but they are developing a quote unquote community ambassador program. Now they don't provide a lot of details here, but they say created and maintained by Niantic, we will be working with Silph Road to launch a brand new program that provides perks and rewards for active communities and their leaders who run in-person events. So the Silph Road, for those that either don't PvP or don't know about the Silph Road, I mean most players do, but just in case you don't, the Silph Road has been running their own little PvP tournaments. They've also had a community day check-in program. They've got their own little app type thing, a little profile that you can have. Their website has a ton of amazing information.
A lot of our articles come from their community on Reddit and the people who talk and do. do research and whatnot?
There is technically a Pokemon Go subreddit. It pales in. I rarely go to the Pokemon Go subreddit because the Sylph Road is just leaps and bounds better in my opinion.
Now,
As far as the content it provides.
obviously, we know through subtlety. I just got a friend request. Let me get that answer. Accept. There you go, Mr. J. I accepted your friend request. Um, so we know that Niantic has been pushing towards real life, right? Getting back to real life. And we see how they're punishing us for the remote raid passes. But here's is this top part is their announcement. And it's so and congratulations to the Sylph Road. I mean that. You have done great work. You are being recognized by somebody who can fund you. And I don't know how it's gonna improve or change what you do. I hope it improves what you do and you keep it going. But either way, no matter how it ends, congrats on doing hard work for virtually free. I'm not sure if they've raised money in any way, shape, or form, and being recognized for it. So congratulations for you. But here's Niantic's announcement is Sylph Road has acted as a hub for Pokemon Go players to connect with each other, find local communities, and participate in meetups and tournaments since the game's beginning. Sylph Road invented the tournaments, basically. I mean, nobody invented it, but you know what I'm saying is Niantic did not lead that charge. Sylph Road was doing it locally in many places. We recognize the incredible contributions they made to countless communities, and so we are thrilled to partner with them to help reconnect local communities as we shift focus to in real life play. So there you go. Is they are trying to get people more interested in getting out and getting things done. I'm trying to join this raid right now with Mr. J. I don't care. I don't really want to do that. But it is what it is. Now, I will say Terry Wolf, Nolte, I'm trying to think of Dennis, the world's most okayest DM. You guys should absolutely pay attention to the Sylph Road Community Ambassador Program because it says here created and maintained by Niantic will be it says a community program. I'm sorry, created and maintained by Niantic. We'll be working with Sylph Road to launch a brand new program that provides perks and rewards for active communities and their leaders who run in-person events. You know, you may or may not have time. I get all that, but those are the people that pop into my mind, especially Terry.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like it, we'll just have to wait and see what all this entails and everything. Like you said, Sylph Road has been doing this for a long time, and they've been amazing, and so good on them. There are some people in the community who, of course, are like, "Oh, they're sellouts. Oh, now they're gonna just pander to Niantic, and they won't allow criticism of Niantic."
It just depends on what partnership means.
Yeah, but the creator of the Sylph Road put a post on the Sylph Road detailing some of the stuff from his point of view and things like that, talking about how nobody from the Sylph Road is going to be paid or anything like that. So it sounds like most of this is just going to be to support the website specifically. So I don't know how they're gonna accept money and not be paid unless they're just covering costs.
We obviously we're not nobody. Well, not nobody, but we're not privy to the details. Partnership can easily mean anonymity or autonomy. Is the word I'm looking for. It can mean autonomy. It can mean that they Sylph Road still has their freedom to do what they do, and it's just going to give some more loudness to what they do because Niantic is a loud machine, and they can absolutely shout out the tournaments and whatnot that Sylph Road is doing and get more people to know about it. But I am curious as to what the money is, what it means, and those kind of things. Thunder Muffin, the community leader of the Slurpees, is in, and now Splatoon News says, why would Niantic incentivize spoofers? I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Joe and
Well,
I both. In fact, we're doing it right now. We remote raid and we remote
they
raid
they
on the
somewhat did though. Like we're
Oh yeah.
we aren't spoofing, but he was Splatoon Noob was talking specifically about the previous source where they said
Oh.
that they are going to be providing extra incentives for people to raid locally, and so the point of view there from Splatoon Noob is people are going to spoof more specifically so that they can get those extra bonuses.
I
From,
got you. Okay. See,
yes.
text doesn't always come through. We all interpret text the way we were thinking at the time.
So they've increased the cost of remote raid passes. They've
Spoofers don't need remote raid passes.
Yeah.
Spoofers show up.
well, exactly. So it's
that.
cheaper to spoof. You get more prizes from spoofing, and so that in a way they are incentivizing. And the
Gotcha.
I don't think we're gonna take this down with just
I don't either.
the
I think
four
we're
of
getting
us.
close.
But yeah. So I fully get that. They have re-incentivized more spoofing with some of these moves, and yeah, there's not really anything we can do about it because Niantic has put on a front every now and again of hating spoofers, and early on they tried to they shut down a bunch of the
They ate our batteries.
they shut down a bunch of the maps. They specifically they specifically sent out cease and desists to a bunch of the maps that were created using spoof accounts to find out where different raids were happening and different Pokemon were and things like that. But other than that, and I to be honest, I think most of that was just so that it wouldn't hit their servers as hard. They were worried about the tax. About the resources that those were consuming from. That's my opinion. Is that's why they specifically went over this, because those maps were using, hundreds, if not thousands, of spoof accounts specifically to populate their maps. But yeah, it is what it is.
I kind of get what Thunder Muffin is saying. It's love hate when I report a spoofer. I get it. I don't want anybody spoofing and breaking the game and doing things that damage the game. Although I've argued, in my case, I've not seen damage, but I do know there's stories and stories about spoofing and how people mess with it. Neither here nor there. It is against the rules, but at the sometimes, I get why you had the love hate thing, because sometimes you're sitting there going, but that extra help when you spoofed and raided with me is what I needed to get. The last thing I needed to get. It's tough, man. It's so close. 10 seconds. I don't think we're gonna knock this out.
One more person would have done it if we.
Wow.
And I don't know if there's more time left on the raid lobby that perhaps we could. And that timed us out. There was 3 seconds left on that before it timed us out.
Yeah,
at least for me.
So it's always going to be a touchy topic when you bring up spoofing, but the bottom line is, Splatoon. Hey, look, Mr. J, Splatoon Noob just put their code in, which actually I will fringe you up as well if I haven't already. WF Professor. I wasn't a friend with WF Professor. My bad. I did not know that. So I'm going to get you in here. But the reality with spoofing is it is against the game rules. Some spoofers have absolutely done harm.
Yeah,
bad thing.
Like exactly what Thunder Muffin just posted in chat. He's got 2 groups of 6 Valors that are constantly spoofing and snatching up all the gems around him.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. J, add Splatoon Noob in. Make sure you've added WF Professor. I don't know if you did that one earlier. But yeah, I'm going to go open this gift.
Well, and Joe, because we already used our raid passes, going back in isn't going to cost us another raid pass. So there's
really,
other than using up revives and using up potions, there's no reason not to try again. So
all right, well, I definitely am down. I'm gonna revive my Pokemon and whatnot, and hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more people. We'll do this one more time. But Joe, here we got this, man.
Hey Joe, what time is it?
It is time for random trivia. And this week, I'm going to completely throw it out to left park, at least for people who are not watching my playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus. We're going to go with Paris. And yeah, so if you go to youtube.com/Pokemon Go podcast, you can watch some of those playthroughs, and you will know why I picked Paris for tonight. But Paris is the mushroom Pokemon, as is its evolution Parasect. They are bug grass type Pokemon, first popping up in the anime when Ash is asked to help a trainer level up and make their Paris braver. The person's trying to evolve their Paris into a Parasect specifically to make, I believe it was medicine. The Pokedex entry from Red and Blue for Paris says that it burrows to suck tree roots. The mushrooms on its back grow by drawing nutrients from the bug host. So it's a bit of a parasitic relationship between Paris and the mushrooms that are growing on its back. And then the name Paris comes from it's the first part of parasite. Just like I said, it's a parasitic relationship. And so yeah, Paris with that parasitic relationship, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have played with Paris through a playthrough of Blue version. He's okay. Not my favorite Pokemon, but he was fun to play with, mostly because I thought he was cute in the anime, which is why I wanted to play with him. The Parasect, its evolution, the Pokedex entry says a host-parasite pair in which the parasite mushroom has taken over the host bug, prefers damp places. And so that's pretty dark. The mushroom has completely taken over, and if you look at Paris itself, there's like the eyes have no I'm blanking on the name for the black part of your eye, but it's just pure white. Like there's the
iris.
Yeah, the mushroom is in charge. And it's Parasect, the name comes from a combination of parasite and insect. And yeah, man, it's pretty dark when you really think about it. Just the insect is completely taken over by the mushroom. But so when it boils down to it, which one really is the Pokemon? The insect or the mushroom? And to throw some evidence at you, it is the mushroom Pokemon. So,
as in Devocite, he's a parasite apparently. And speaking of, there are 2 email submissions they sent in, so I'm going to try to play them right now. See what happens.
Dun dun dun. Are you playing them?
Oh yeah. I mean, it is. I'm listening to it. I thought you timed your dun 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 perfectly, man. So let me save it to my desktop and get it put onto the button. I thought you were listening to it because you timed your dun 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 pretty well there.
Dun dun dun.
So all right, I've got the save as. Okay.
Oh man.
Let me get them put into the button here.
Well, while you're doing about that, I'm just going to talk about our retry on this this Tapu Fini.
I'm trying to tap and do this at the same time.
We are doing way better this time. That one extra person is making all the difference. And I was doing the random trivia, so I wasn't paying attention to who was in the lobby. But yeah, this is going much better.
Good, because I'm I'm blind tapping basically while I'm trying to get this done.
I see someone across the way using a swole medal.
F4A's not gonna work.
Dun dun dun.
Let me see if I can open this with I can hear it, I just don't know why you can't hear it. And I don't know how to. I'll convert it real quick. We're it's so fresh. I meant to check the email before the show, and Joe got me to tell the story. Yes, I blame Joe. That's what I say. I think I can get these converted real quick. All right, convert them, and they're running on conversion. So yeah, we're actually. I'm with you, Joe.
You know,
We're gonna
you had to convert it, kind of like the mushroom had to convert the bug
Yeah. All right.
to become a parasect.
That one's loading in. So yet again, Joe, you're proving that Devocite is a parasite. He's had to convert me to be him on the show. I don't know. Did that track? I think that tracked. All right. So loading. Got yours loaded, Joe. So
For future reference, what format do you prefer? Devocite's asking.
MP3 is easier. I thought MP4. It was just playing, but Joe couldn't hear it. But to put it on the buttons, apparently it needs to be MP3. So Joe, here's the first one.
Hey, Joe, I just want to give a big shout out to you and also to Coach Kev for last week's program. I really enjoyed it. Coach Kev, great submission. I really enjoyed your show afterwards. That's really was pretty interesting. Again, thanks for that. But back to the man of the hour, Joe. Man, really, carrying on a conversation by yourself, that's tough. And hats off to you. I was actually going to call in, but my wireless headset battery was dead, and I can't find my microphones when I packed them up, moving things around. So, yeah, it really turned out fantastic. Well done, and enjoyed it a lot. So, thanks a lot for your time, man.
Well,
I will say, I definitely, yeah. Oh no, he does that every week. That wasn't special. Okay, I'm the Tyler Durden of this show. He just imagines me being here. The week I'm gone is when he took his meds. Okay, so now you know the inside baseball.
And Coach Kev really stepped it up. It was fantastic. Like he keeps doubting himself over and over and over, but no, he did a fantastic job.
He did. All right, so this one's labeled something special for Charles. I'm worried, but I shall hit the button anyway.
Hello, Charles. I'm going to deviate from my usual submission and take this opportunity to thank you for your service as an emergency medical technician, or simply, I guess, EMT. If you've not already mentioned, for our international listeners and domestic for that matter, here in the U.S., this week, May 15th through 21st, is National EMS Week.
It is.
For those who don't know what EMS stands for, that's Emergency Medical Services. This week is meant to bring awareness to the EMS field and, of course, to honor the EMTs, paramedics, military field medics, and in general, all those first responders. You know, these folks are often the first to witness life being brought into the world. Of course, they have helped save countless lives and even to the bitter end. So, since I've been listening to the podcast, I've gained a deep respect for you, your efforts, and advocacy in the EMS field, hosting podcasts, working in the community, and all the while being a husband and father. You're one hard-working dude. Now, I thought to myself, I bet there are others who feel the same. So I reached out to some members of the Pokemon Go podcast community, and they also have some words to say.
Hey, Charles, Coach Kev here. In honor of EMS Week, I feel compelled to say thank you for all you and others in your field have done for us, especially during the last few years. It's amazing how you have dedicated your time of being part of fighting a pandemic, being a family man, and still, after all that, finding time for us by recording this podcast on a weekly basis. You truly are an example of someone who can rise to the challenge. And Joe, you ain't a bad guy either.
Hey, Charles, this is Terry. Just want to
Wow.
say thanks for being a badass EMT, showing up every week, recording this podcast, and just got to leave you with this joke. When I took my EMT course, this is what the instructor loved to tell. How do you make a hormone? Don't pay her. Love you, buddy.
Hey, Mr. Rock God of Podcasting, it's Barry. Hey, I just want to say thanks for all the great work you do, both with the podcast and all the work with the emergency medical services that you've done. I'm glad to call you my friend. Glad we were able to hang out at many Pokemon Go Fests together, and hopefully many more. Hey, man, take care, and thanks again.
I just want to give a bit of a thanks to all the guys for their submissions again, and thanks to you for all you do, brother. yours and Joe's time putting together this podcast, the community it generates. I look forward to the day when I can get together with you all and throw down some Pokeballs and some adult beverages. I'm not even opposed to hitting a 7-Eleven and exercising my pancreas. Later, man.
I did not see that coming, and I appreciate all of you. I got to hit the clip button so we can try to grab that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I should go far enough back, so I'll pause it there. Well, thank you, thank you. That definitely took me by surprise. I don't typically acknowledge EMS week, mostly because we work and we just do what we do, and didn't realize it's all that important to you guys. I appreciate the thoughts, and thanks for ruining the fun bits that I do. I'm making it serious. That's seriously, I do. I appreciate all of you, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. That left me a little bit speechless. So, Joe, where can they? Oh, yeah, you did trivia. Where can they find us on the web, man?
They can find us all over the place if you search for Pokemon Go Podcast. You can reach out to us directly, like Devocite did. You can send an email, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. If you want to leave us a speak pipe, so a voicemail, basically, you can go to our website, PokemonGoPodcast.com. There is a green button on the right-hand side. You can leave up to a minute voicemail through that. You can go and you can share your thoughts. You can join in on the discussion of the week. You can share sources. If you go over to reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast, you can find us on Twitter at Pokemon Go Pod. Every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find us on twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. YouTube has finally allowed us to have youtube.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. And so the VODs from our stream end up there, as well as the playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus that I am doing right now. And actually, if you wanted to see those streams of Arceus, I do that Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Though this next Tuesday, I will not be there because I'll be at the beach having fun, catching some rays with my Master Ball. And then just set up today, TikTok. You can find us on TikTok at Pokemon Go Podcast. And so there is one clip there, and yes, you can find us there. And just like we mentioned earlier, the discussion this week is, what's your TikTok handle so that we can follow you? You can find me personally on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. And where can they find you, Charles?
Well, again, in honor of EMS week, you can find me at We Are One EMS. That's ONE spelled out, One EMS. And this clip that I pulled from here will obviously go up on our TikTok for Pokemon, but I'm going to put it on the One EMS one as well, because honestly, my worlds are never mixed. It's my EMS people never care about what I'm doing digital media. And digital media, most people don't even realize that I'm a paramedic and that I run an ambulance company and everything that I do during the day. For the two to mix was pretty awesome. I'll tell you, it's been a long time coming. So that is the clip from tonight. I've got it pulled. I'm about to go edit it since we're done focusing on finishing up the podcast, and then it'll go out and I'll use it to tell people, hey, make sure when you know somebody who works in that area, that industry, now's a great time just to acknowledge and say thanks. We don't need it. Most of us don't look for it, but it means more than I thought it would. So we are One EMS across social media, especially on TikTok, but definitely YouTube and everything else. Tune in next week to not hear Joe say.
We are planning on getting together for GoFest. So that's 2 weeks from this weekend. That's June 4th and 5th. So if you wanted to join us, we will be in Atlanta. I'm not sure if we've picked a park yet, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It was a lot of fun last year.
It'll probably be the same one, Woodruff Park, because it's nice, small, shaded, plenty of stuff to spin. And Centennial Olympic Park was at that time closed to the public. Don't know what they were doing, but Woodruff Park is the easiest, and it's small enough that you will find us. You can stand on the opposite side of the park. Oh, that's obviously the Rock God. He's 10 feet tall and got a mohawk. So there you go. And I want to shout out for the first time. How long have we been doing this show live, Joe? 6 years, 5 years?
We've been doing the show
3.
for almost 6 years now. Yeah, not live, but we've been doing the podcast.
Most of
for
it was
6
live.
years.
And so over the majority of doing the life of this show, our goal has been to bring people together, to connect communities, just to help you know where you are in the world and know that you're not alone. However you want to play is how you want to play. And that's why I'm the Filthy Casual. Tonight, we got a new commenter, a new follower, Imagine Mr. J. We friended him up in chat. And for the first time ever, I get to see that we helped somebody who didn't have the ability to get something on their own. Our community live came together, and I'm still trying to catch it. I'm still trying. I've hit with every ball that I've thrown. And I'm still trying to get, but Mr. J got to catch it. It was their first legendary, and we got to come together and help make that happen. And that's amazing. And that's what I've been waiting on forever. I love it. And then one of the other listeners is in the same town. They're like, holy crap.
They're like, you're a mile away from me.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, real life connections. So it's really awesome. But thank you all for listening. We'll be back I'll be back next week. Joe will be back in 2 weeks. Then you can hear him say, nope, wrong button. Dang it. That would have been so great.
Yep.
Yep. You got it, Joe. Thanks, everybody.